What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're here today doing something a little bit different. We got the Halo Championship Series in Arlington going on this weekend. Some great games. It appears Optic Gaming is already out of the tournament, but we still have some great matches between Faze Clan and Spacestation Gaming. Some legendary rosters fighting it out right now. We got the old Cloud9, Stellar, Eco, Bound, and Penguin versus Frosty, Renegade, Royal 2, and Snakebite. Let's check it out.
Double push quickly coming out of Spacestation Gaming as they go right after the Charlie side of the map. Royal 2 almost able to hold down that tower side by himself, but looks like SSG, they want the seaside control. They also want to translate that quickly to the overshield.
I love the rotation. I love the rotation back to overshield. Power weapon, power up focus going to be so important to put those players in a position to make a play here throughout this series. So that's the big thing you need to pay attention to.
Probably new names you probably guys aren't used to seeing them.
They come from the snipe. But this overshield is starting to get melted. Bound is surrounded, taken down, and Faze have weathered the storm first off.
I was just about to say, at least he has
some really good Halo to be played here.
Neutralized that immediately somehow.
On this winner's final.
Stellar able to get away with the S7. He sees that nade coming out of nowhere.
They're starting with strongholds, which is basically like hard, not hard point, but domination.
Did it all day yesterday against Optic. Can you hit some shots to take your series lead? The answer
but you don't get any points unless you hold at least 2 points.
Shut him down.
So as you see right now, Faze Clan's holding 2 points, so Faze Clan is getting points, and Spacestation is staying at 22.
SSG are spawning over toward the A side. You see that long range grenade going in.
You get even more points if you can trip cap them.
Damage that he can. Overshield in less than 20 seconds. That's going to pull both of these teams towards him.
So let's step back. Faze Clan did not get an overshield or snipe at the start of the game. They have done a phenomenal job to somehow have the lead here with B and C controlled. Building that lead with Spacestation getting all the early power bodes well for Faze fans.
Forget making lemonade out of lemons. They're making margaritas.
I'll take one. Maybe 2.
That overshield finally coming up, and looks like Stellar and Bound in perfect position to grab hold of it. That allows Eco to sit here over toward the tower side and make sure that Faze can't get in position, does everything he can to play his life, buys enough time for Overshield to get into play, but it looks like Overshield ends up getting shredded.
Faze Clan playing well right now. Good start. 75 to 22.
All of a sudden a 50-point lead for Faze
No
Clan.
kills for Frosty yet, though.
Doesn't even have a kill yet. Royal 2 in the lead, 7-1-2, starting this winner's bracket finals off the way Royal 2 normally does, dominant.
It looks like Renegade not too far behind.
The only change between this really iconic roster of Faze Clan right now, Renegade joins in place of Lethal. That was like the Dynasty Halo roster for the past 5 years.
Anything for free like Penguin thinks is about to get.
Great
but
patient play. He gets the kill,
is one of the only ones that have been
makes it a difficult kill for
giving them
Spacestation.
trouble
That
recently.
is a phenomenal veteran patient play here in a big moment of this game 1.
Nades coming out of Renegade, waiting
really
for that sniper to come up. They have to secure the C side, but there's 3 members of Spacestation Gaming pushing up. The triple push will force Renegade out of position and ultimately to play his life. And now we see a little bit of rotation action. They don't need Charlie. They really need to hold Alpha and Bravo at the moment.
Tony, this is a 130-point lead, and Frosty just got his first few kills. It's actually a triple in the feed as Renegade gets the last one. 4 down goes Spacestation, and
almost gonna have a trip cap.
Is inbound.
A clean sweep. Faze putting SSG forward down and now manipulating those spawns, daring Penguin to cross the 50. It looks like he was about to make it over toward the C side, turns around, gets that communication. It's Faze that have full C control. They're gonna have to make it toward the other side of the map.
Spacestation Gaming struggling so hard to try and get out of the blender that they've been in for over about 4 minutes now.
It's
130-point
lead here
2
for
points
Faze.
Held, and Renegade
But Spacestation
continues
to
dominate
still not over.
this game.
Strongholds
now
is
12-3-3, and he's got his eyes set on the next overshield.
And
tough to come back, but it's possible.
Puts his body on the line to make sure that Renegade doesn't get touched. Easy grab coming in, but it ends up being neutralized immediately. Heads up play by Icy Penguin.
A big play by Penguin. Now, what can you do with it? You got B and C now in that hands of Spacestation.
Kill Renegade
finally,
with the overshield.
They get some points on the board in their favor, but you're down over 110 right now. Plays need to be made, and Penguin, your number's being called. You only have 3 bullets in the S7. What can you give us?
The same way we saw Royal 2 dominate the C side of the map with this tower side is now what Penguin is doing. Just repositioned slightly to try to pick up some of the damage that's being created by his teammates here, but a CB setup being held. Now you're seeing 3 members of Faze. They're addressing Bravo.
Snakebite's going to be on the left side of the map, but the pressure, the focus from Faze is on the B. Right now, Penguin trying to
Nice
rotate
shot.
over there. Is able to land a body shot onto Renegade. Frosty, however, still in the hill, able to capture it in his team's favor, and now Penguin was
Now they have to
removed from
push
that
B.
play the entire time. You got to figure out a way to be a little bit more impactful, especially when you're down over 100 points.
And now he has no more sniper ammo to work with either, so gonna have to use his BR. Gets into an individual
Ooh,
fight with
good
Frosty,
kill from
not
Frosty.
quite able to win that.
Traded
but
out,
his
though, by
teammates
Bound.
are following through. Here come Faze.
Eco with
Renegade
another
challenge.
trade.
Eco,
Eco
that's
gonna
not
get
gonna
B.
happen. 3 down for Faze. SSG steal Bravo right away.
Numbers advantage for Space Station, but they have
They
to
needed
continue
that
this
bad. It's a
momentum
good
for
push.
so long. Still down 90 points and counting. C under a lot of
losing
pressure
C,
from
though.
Faze right now, and Eco
Not
tries
good.
to relocate top tower with the repulse,
Can Eco
but he's
make
got
a
to get a
play?
couple of kills before he can jump in the stronghold.
Both Overshield and Sniper coming up at the exact same time.
Oh,
Eco has that
good
big
play,
brain
good-
flank that you
good
wanna
flank.
see.
Big
Couple
play.
kill
Eco goes
comes
big,
in.
goes
They're
massive
gonna
right there to
open
get
up
C.
The rest of the map for SSG to try to take control of Overshield, but
gets killed
nobody
down there,
home
though,
just
in
yet.
the cut.
Frosty and Renegade might have been too much for Renegade. Pockets it just for a bit, and now he's gonna get right back into the action. 3 members of SSG takes down 1. Needler in the back pocket, and they starts to push. Not
Stellar,
quite able
huge
to
kill.
take down Bound. Didn't Bound call
Renegade
him
gets
sugar, honey,
Overshield
iced tea?
twice in a row and
Words
dies
we
with
can't
it
say
without
as
getting
casters
much.
that they get to say as players because
Space
we like our
Station getting
job
points.
and they are
Still
better
100
than
points
us.
down.
So we'll keep it under wraps, use the bleeps where they're needed, but yeah,
But
that's
they're
gonna be
able to
something
get
Renegade
some points
did not
here again now.
forget from earlier this morning. That
Faze
is something
has
that
to
he
push
wants
up.
to be able to
like
say
they're gonna push into
something
B.
about here as this series goes underway.
It definitely looks like he hasn't forgotten it. 14 kills, 7 assists to go along with it. Plus, he's only died 8 times for this Faze roster, but it's Royal 2, the man of the hour, sniper in hands. They want to take over Bravo. They know they need that first pick. It looks like Renegade wasn't able to trade out his life with Eco, but Royal 2 chasing down a new challenger. Once again, SSG
I like
gained the
those
advantage.
Faze skins.
They're not going to be taking Bravo.
Those are really nice.
Hold the phone, 3 go down. All of a sudden, just a 60-point game. What was once a
Penguin is
110-point
their
lead
Slayer.
is
He's
starting
like
to
their
dwindle.
Renegade.
I wanna
Penguin's
hop into
freaking
a
good.
listen in with Space Station Gaming and see how they can
Yeah,
amount this
listen in
comeback.
with Space Station.
Take our time, take our time.
You're down 40.
Coming up, good event. It's on small doors. Yo, can we start going right? Yeah. Terminal closer. We're trying to name me. I need IP here. Someone make a play for me? Sniping training. What's that tower, PJ? Top tower? Start pivoting. Nice. Top tower.
Alright, OB in 20, guys. OB in 20.
I'm going bottom. Fighting tower. Go by, guys.
Yeah, John's mod right now.
Tower and T-Pot. I'm trying to live, guys.
I'm trying to kill John.
Yo,
OB in 50. Yo, he dropped it.
Two down door. Come back. Keep living, guys. That's one. You're ramp, John.
Alright, OB in 5, guys. One shot C5.
Yo, elbow, man. We play elbow. Yeah, let's see. We're not gonna get it, West.
All good.
You can maybe something, PJ.
Yeah, talk about what we want to do off spawn here.
Yo, I'm gonna hop B. Get it? Yeah, but get one about him. Another guy on West. Can we kill us? PJ, I'm here. I have your in A with OB. Matt, let's get C. Yeah, we need to get C. Cuts one. Nice. Cuts, PJ, cuts half. Yeah, one more. I need help, guys. Are you OB guy? I'm trying to get TPJ. Angle was on you. 2 dice, I'm gonna die. All good, boys, all good. 2 dice. Yeah, dice one shot.
Space Station took the lead here. It's a really close game during this listening.
Let's go.
Dice, Yo, bottom mid is well. I can't pay, guys. PJ, behind us, there's gonna be a guy who's gonna be other. Yeah, 2 elbow, 2. Nice. Oh my god, nice, man. Yo, we're getting A. Dice, right, yeah, I'm living. 15. John, do I go B? What do I do? Go B with him. Go.
Sniper 10, guys. Sniper 10.
He's bottom mid.
And A5, so concrete.
He's back B and some. Matt, back B half. I'm weak, bro. I can't.
Yeah,
This one A.
Yo, snipes up now, guys. Snipes up now as well.
One hit. One hit. Big door, and Matt's trying to kill guy B. There's a guy big door on you.
Hopping on board with Faze, it seems a little chaotic
Yeah,
in
it's
my
chaotic
opinion.
because they're losing
Some
here.
nice mat comms were obviously
It's a
to the
trip
Royal
cap
2
here
making
for
a play,
Space
but you're gonna
Station.
need to make another one.
Only
If you're
about
Faze
20
Clan
more
right now,
points for the
risking
win.
the trip cap now. Space Station have taken the lead.
Again, that moment
Oh, huge kill from Renegade, though. 8 seconds. They got to cap something.
They have to make a play right now. There's no time. You got to hop in Alpha and Bravo at the same time here, and it looks like one gets
Stellar
stopped, and
gets
that
the
might
kill.
be all that was needed.
Spacestation gets the win. And map win number 1.
Taking game 1.
SSG looking really good to start this Halo Championship Series Winners Finals. Bound was part of the MVP one-on-ones, which I kind of watched earlier. It was between him and Lucid in the finals, but I don't know who won. But let's get to map number 2. I believe it's a Slayer. So this one's just first to 50. Pretty easy going. Let's check this one out.
And this is their first real opportunity to show the world they have what it takes.
SSG has only dropped 1 map on their way here to the winners bracket finals.
Yeah,
hasn't dropped one yet, and they don't plan on dropping one now, even here on the streets. To see Bound, the first one to get a hold of those rockets, gets it over toward the safety of the perimeter on the purple side, and has his teammates around the safe, perfect position here for Bound. You know, he said, you know what, I'm gonna be unselfish. I don't need the Bulldog and rockets. Go ahead and take one for me.
So far, so good for Spacestation. Power weapon control in their favor. It's just a 1-0 lead. Very often do you see a lot of kills being traded for those opening rockets, but Spacestation somehow not only just being able to pick up those rockets, but get out of there unscathed without dropping a single death. They're going to be able to dictate the early pace of this game, and with this, they're turning it into a stalemate already.
Both Snakebite and Frosty are responsible for holding on to the B side here for Faze. We're seeing Eco. He wants to dress it onto tires, and as of right now, SSG are perfectly comfortable with slowing this game down to a snail's pace, and I promise you though, once that entry damage comes in, once that first kill, that easy kill comes out, either one of these teams can pick it up at a moment's notice, and the Rockets might be exactly what the doctor ordered. Quickly taking one down. Excellent shots onto Snakebite, but the double push still forces Penguin to back down. He may need some reinforcement.
Honestly, that's a phenomenal job by Faze to make Penguin waste those rockets. It only transitions into 1 kill. I'm pretty sure he hit his own teammate with the second one. It was traded out, and a 2-1 lead for Spacestation looks a little bit different now they have no rockets to play around.
Penguin grabbing that drop ball. He's going to be a little extra confident here while defending the purple. Bound gets a double kill off the screen. That Bulldog is too strong. That's going to Snakebite by himself. He thinks it's a 1v1, but the bait and switch is too much. A 6-1 run here for SSG.
Over Faze Clan.
How slow is this game going? It's Street Slayer, for God's sake, one of the fastest map mode combos we have in Infinite. And as Penguin uses the Shroud perfectly to help himself get away with the rockets, it's 7-1 with rocket control.
Damn, double kill, 2 big kills there with the rockets.
This time around from the big dog Penguin.
It don't matter how fast you move, it might just be a turtle race. And as of right now, SSG using that patience, defending every single angle on the map and limiting the movements here for Faze. Faze, they have to try to make something happen. They need a big play. World 2 gets the first kill, but will it be enough?
And you gotta wonder how paranoid Faze is right now, as Penguin, under a lot of pressure, finally goes down for the first time in this game.
For Renegade there.
But typically, Spacestation are a very fast-paced team, Tony.
Clan
Typically,
back
they're
into
soaring,
this
they're
5-kill
applying
deficit.
pressure at all times. For them to kind of flip the switch here, at least early in game 2, maybe this is the lead and the success that they will need to have success in Slayers against a team like Faze.
SSG really showing their utility, showing their versatility, and being able to slow the game down when necessary, and clearly it is working. That's a 4 down for Faze as they hit the black screen. SSG have the opportunity to punish those spawns.
Bound with a 6-2-2 start, has the Stalker in hand as well, so in a prime position to potentially push that to an even better KD ratio right now. But the young
this is what Spacestation does best,
the one
though.
that hasn't got a win yet on this team, you know,
really
this is the one that he has his eyes set on at the time. And what a position he's put in to be able to get his team over the hump, get to a 2-0 lead in this best of 5. That would be a mark Spacestation haven't seen yet, and he's going to hold this angle down so perfectly.
Must be so frustrating for Snakebite. He's been having one heck of a tournament so far, especially within the Slays column.
Best KD ratio in the tournament.
Being at 0-4, even 1 assist behind it. Obviously, the game is still young and it's only a 15-7 game, but this is not indicative of the way that Snakebite and Faze have been playing. But with Renegade coming in with that Sentinel beam, that may slow SSG down even slower than they've already been, and
Still
that's
down
enough
by
time,
8.
enough of a distraction for Snakebite to get a hold of the Rockets.
Yeah, distracting two of
got
them
the Rockets,
big.
so
even getting one
you can
before
maybe
going
bring them
down is even
within
bigger.
6.
Snakebite with these Rockets now going to find his first kill.
Got one.
Put himself on the board, and now Faze Clan kind of get to dictate where this game is going to go from
First
here,
kill for
because
the
although it's
tournament for
16-9,
Snakebite.
when you have the Rockets in your hand,
the
you
map,
get to
not the
decide,
tournament.
are we pushing, are we going to play a fast-paced game? Unfortunately, Royal 2 getting caught off on the other side of the map is going to make Faze slow this one down. It's going to wait for the respawners. They have to figure out a way to turn this into a couple multiple kills, getting the numbers advantage with this last rocket.
I'm going to agree with you 100%. As of right now, SSG have been controlling the pace. FaZe are reacting to everything that SSG are throwing at them. We need FaZe to start playing their game, and whatever that looks like, it might be behind the Rockets. Takes Eco down. That's going to be with the quickness. Too quickly down for SSG, and now looks like Stellar inbound. They're not going to move into position. They're just going to wait for the rest of the team to spawn up. Can FaZe take advantage of this?
This is good for FaZe. Having them trapped in Tram is big, but unfortunately, that first pick is even bigger. Spacestation
2
creates
kills
so much
finally for
space
FaZe.
with that kill on the Snakebite. They're able to trade it
bring
out
them
from
within
a very
7.
disadvantageous position right now. This is a big 1v1, but Renegade interrupts it, finds himself his 6th kill of the match, and now all of a sudden, a blowout. It's just a 7-kill game. Make it 8 as Frosty ties it back to 7. Picks up this red gun, and this is an opportunity that FaZe has not had in this game yet.
Couple denial grenades being thrown. Not sure how much ammo he has in that Stalker. It looks like not much. He wasted the final bullet and immediately gonna drop it. 2 members of SSG are lagging behind you onto the subway side. Frosty is right behind them, but he is spotted.
Rockets are coming up right now. Frosty needs to figure out a way to impact the battle, because this is going to be a very important one for FaZe, almost a must-win as far as a win condition is concerned. Those Rockets, they get shrouded out, and it does look like Spacestation have found themselves another set of Rockets in the hand of Bound. A trade is great when you're up so much, but right now it's starting to dwindle. 3 go down for Spacestation on the other side of the map.
Good kill
and make
from
it
Renegade.
4 down for Spacestation. It's a clean wipe after
Only
those use
4
of
down
Rockets,
now
and
for
FaZe
FaZe.
have made this a 4-kill game.
They were able to get a hold of the Rockets, but weren't able to do much with it. SSG eventually going 4 down. That's not what you want to see. And like you said, FaZe are slowly starting to claw their way back into it. But of course, once I say that, Spacestation wake up. They turn the tables right away. And now it's FaZe, the ones going 3 down. Renegade's the one has to force them back down and ultimately play his life.
A smart play by Renegade, but a frustrating one. 3 no-shield players get away with their lives right there. Nobody able to trade on the side of FaZe, and because they just made it a 4-kill game, you're thinking that was the moment we tied this up. Unfortunately, you get back 3 more. It's all of a sudden back to a 6-kill game.
And once again, back to that stalemate that we were seeing all throughout the first half. The game slows down. You're waiting for that early damage. You're waiting for that early advantage, early kill for you to change the course, change the pace of the game here. So just chipping away at the shields of each other. Renegade with the Sentinel beam, this could be the difference maker, but the rest of his teams are taking a lot more damage than expected. They're backing down, and apparently so will Renegade.
Nice kill there by Renegade, but it's only going to result in a trade.
Yep.
Look
Still
how far back
a lead
Spacestation are
for
playing. This is
Spacestation.
uncharacteristic. You need to see FaZe take advantage of all the space that they've been awarded on the map. Spacestation, if they get weak, they will not have a place to hide. So Royal 2, perfect shots with the Stalker Rifle, find that opening pick. Unfortunately, a bit of an overchow there, not able to get away from the angle of the rest of Spacestation. Still anchoring this position so perfectly. Frosty gets taken down as well. The lead remains 7.
The day started off with a 1v1 between Bound and Renegade, and it even continues with them going off for their respective teams. But as of right now, Spacestation Gaming that still have that advantage. It's Spacestation Gaming that
Bound
get away
is
with the
going
Rockets.
off.
Luckily, Frost is able to
13 and
ice
10.
him out over towards the bottom subway side, but SSG still have control, and Eco's still confident enough to try to trade out his life with that Bulldog. Even ends up staying alive, does some extra damage with the grenades. Excellent life by Eco.
All of these kills and removal of power weapons with these Rockets as far as trades are concerned are
12
only
points for
benefiting
the win,
Spacestation right now.
for this
Still
map
up
for
7,
Spacestation.
approaching 50, 12 to go. If you can continue to find ways to trade, you will win and go up 2-0 in this series.
And with Penguin just hiding in that corner, waiting for anybody to cross, he gets that free 3 damage and a pivotal fight. And like I said, every single kill brings SSG closer and closer to that 50 mark. Faze only down by 5, but they have to be careful.
5 kills is doable, but you need to play almost perfect to come back. You need plays to be made, and Frosty staying alive in red room here is a big play. Unfortunately, the last overchow is going to cost him his life. Penguin able to finish off that kill, extending it back to a 5-kill game. But now Faze Clan have got to figure out a way to dissect this team, and they haven't been able to do it all game. And unfortunately, Renegade getting caught out only slows down that plan from taking push 2.
Faze are playing with fire right now,
in.
allowing SSG 43 kills, just 7 kills away from taking the win. And as my mother used to say, you play with fire, you're bound to get burned. So now we have Bound on screen with that bandit. Multiple members of Faze backing down. They have to start valuing their lives. Something has to change now.
It's a 6-kill game. Rockets come up in 20 seconds. And I'd be surprised if Spacestation didn't want to make a play before these Rockets come up, because if Faze are able to get a couple of kills and get the Rockets paired with it, that is their win condition to get back in this.
And that's the advantage that SSG have done. I mean, they can sacrifice a couple of lives, a couple of bodies to make sure they secure those Rockets, because they're the ones with the lead. They're the ones in control. They're forcing Faze to put themselves in an awkward position, and that might be the last mistake being made, because Bound comes in quick in the arcade side, ain't playing no games, takes down Frosty. His teammates off his spawn are
Stellar
going
gets the rockets, but he dies.
And those Rockets are sitting right into the mid-map.
Somehow Spacestation find the opening 2 picks. It allows Stellar to at least get Rockets a little bit closer to his team. They have a 7-kill lead and 2 Rockets to play around, and that's going to be a good one to start with. Royal 2 going to be stuck no
4
shield.
points
Eco
for the
finding a
win.
lot of success
Make it 3.
in removing those Rockets from the map. Make this game almost a lock for SSG.
SSG less than a squad wipe away from going up 2-0 in the series against Faze, the team that's been the thorn in their side, the same team that beat them out twice in Dallas. SSG looking good, up by 7. All you got to do is don't make mistakes. Just play for the trades at this point. At this point, you're 3 kills away from doing it.
So many times we've seen teams come back on Street Slayer, but with 57 seconds remaining, Faze are not only having to deal with 3 kills to give up, but also a time limit that will expire. They get the first kill. Great teamwork from Eco, from Bound. It's the boys in yellow that are doing it again.
Yep.
You
Good
talked
win
about
there
it
from
early in the
SSG.
game, how slow
Takes
of a
map
pace
number
SSG
2 from Faze Clan. Bound absolutely slaying out in that map. Let's see if we can see what maps are. What's next? Because I don't think this one's just gonna go 3. I think this one's gonna go a little further than that. I don't know if I got too far. No, looks like I probably didn't go far enough. Give me a map set. Yeah, Renegade and Bound, they're 2 all-stars. Frosty not playing as well as he normally does. Okay, maybe we just won't get a map set. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's next. I believe this is probably going to be a capture the flag on Argyle.
Here on Argyle, with first to 3 takes the win. We're still going to put 12 minutes on the clock, but this can be the last time you see Faze in the winner's bracket. If you're a Faze fan, you better make some noise.
Yeah,
They
this
need
could
you.
be the last map
I want to
of
see a
winners
game
finals
5.
already.
I want to see what Bound is up to at the start of this game as
capture the
well.
flag.
Gonna go for the grapple at the start. Camo in his eyes, and is he gonna win the race for it? It does look like he's able to at least drag it towards him.
he did.
And with this camouflage, Spacestation are going to once again be able to create a little bit of the
And
pace
he's
at
got
the
that
start
nice
of this
little
game.
pistol.
Was able to get away with that camouflage
SSG
despite
2
taking
down,
damage as he
but
grabs
Faze,
it,
nice
finds himself
trades.
over towards the mid-map, and you know Snakebite, he has them camo eyes. 3 down for Spacestation.
In order
Gaming.
to get
Faze
a
have an
flag
opportunity to
capture
push
in
up.
this game,
What a
you
kill by
usually
Royal
gotta
2
get
to
at
spot
least
that camo
2
player, take him down
straight
before he's able to
kill
really get his shield back and
squad
start
wipes.
impacting their mid-game.
If
Here
you
as
get
we get
2
underway,
squad
Royal
wipes, you
2
could probably grab the
already
flag and
starting
take it
to
most way back
put
to
his
your,
fingerprints here in game 3.
to
Let's
your
see what else he's
side
got for us.
Sniper up with the fence. This is exactly where you want Royal 2, but his duo does end up going down in Renegade, and Frosty does as well. Royal 2 winning a big gunfight against Penguin, but he's still isolated here by himself, so he's going to play just a bit slow, at least until his teammates are able to get back into the action.
And he hits the
good
headshot. No,
snipe.
can he finish
Oh,
the
he
kill?
missed it,
No,
Royal 2.
unfortunately. That one's going to get away from him. Does Eco Smith go down is what we're paying attention to right now. Royal 2 not looking to be aggressive as he still has a few more bullets with this S7. And if he can find a couple of picks, Faze Clan will be able to get a flag on the move. If they can get players into the base, it does look like trades are across the board right now. And Royal 2 looking to get a little bit more involved. Looks to push.
Lead down for SSG with the final player in Stellar. Wins his 1v1, and that puts Phase 4 down.
That's what I'm saying. You got to get the full squad down in order to get full control.
The second one's gonna connect. They don't gotta be flashy. You just gotta hit them.
That was pretty flashy. I'll be honest. The no scope, followed by the BR shot, followed by the no scope. He says, "I'll do it with the big gun then."
Missed the no scope out to Frosty. Frosty with the height advantage gives it up momentarily just to take down Stellar. Now it's Frosty has a turn with this S7, taking damage from all sides. Eco awarded the kill for that one. World 2 now knows where Eco's at because of it. The body shot goes in, World 2 finds the kill, and Penguin is chasing him down.
You know Penguin wants to get the snipe out of Royal 2's hands. The damage that he can do with this weapon is very known by Spacestation. These two go so far back, been competing against each other for so long at this point. Penguin with one more grapple, tests the limits of the death barriers and gets back into the base. And look at that, with 2 down from Faze, Penguin looks to pull the flag.
And you're talking about earlier the objective efficiency of Spacestation Gaming.
They got it out.
Happens, the rest of his team are
but without a few more kills, they're not going to get it
able to follow up
towards their side.
Would have been home, but luckily Faze off the spawn catches
what
they're looking for. This should be a return, and multiple members of Faze are already past the 50.
That was going to be all 4 going down for Spacestation. Look at the ground that Faze have been able to take early on, but Penguin spots out Renegade going under his base. Penguin follows him, and although he's going to be weak, not able to be taken down, but Frosty follows up. Snakebite finds one of his own. 2-2 trade on each side, but with Frosty in Spacestation's base, this could be great for Spacestation fans.
That's exactly what you want to see. Bound
I think he means Faze fans, but yeah.
Out, but you have such a tight area to go through, and it's nade heaven. They're aware of that, so they have to tread with caution. Frosty with a couple shots onto Bound. Bound goes quickly in for the challenge. Back-to-back kills for Spacestation Gaming. They've successfully defended their base.
4 down for Faze. Once again, very nice defense from both of these two teams so far. And already, Spacestation trying to prove that they can push the pedal to the metal when getting 4 down. Look at how aggressive they are being. Everyone on Bound's team in front of him in the Faze base. Faze lose 3 players, but so do Spacestation. And Bound, he backs up, he plays for camo, and I like this play by him. He's going to be able to secure this and potentially get another successful push for his team. Where did that camo just go?
He grappled it over, but it might have hit the wall, so now it's might be sitting in no man's land at the moment. No camouflage for Bound.
That was weird.
It's
got to be up there.
Down.
Yeah, there it is.
She did have the control, and looks like Bound is able to grab it, and now I can imagine Faze have no idea. They found out the hard way, but that's going to be numbers in favor of Spacestation Gaming.
Yeah, this is a big moment for Faze Clan right now. They need to find a way to take down Bound before he's able to do too much damage, but he's got his eyes set on Royal 2, but the nade, the one shot is perfect. Royal 2 with another camo kill is massive for Faze.
7 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock. Not a single flag cap on the board yet for either side. But what we do have is an S7 sniper in the hands of Stellar. I know you're a big fan, and I can see why. That's a flank onto Renegade. Eco follows it up. Another 2 down for Faze, and once again, SSG, they're on the offense.
Eyes on Snakebite as well. He knows where their sniper is. Snakebite chooses to run under their base, and right now, Spacestation are able to get a pull, are able to continue that flag run. It's going to be Eco that got it all the way here. Penguin's going to relay it around the corner, and right now it's Stellar and Penguin. What can they do with this flag on the move?
Faze stop the flag pull?
Are starting to pick up some kills, and
Penguin
SSG need to be careful
trying to stay alive
because a counter cap situation often happens on Argyle.
Snakebite right off his ball was able to take down 2 members of SSG.
3 down.
They were running that flag, and with that, we should see a return.
That should return the flag for Faze.
Effort, but it's not going to happen for Faze. 2 down for SSG.
And look at this, respawners in the back of the base, not where you want to be on SSG. You want to hopefully spawn out, because right now you do not have a ton of angles to be able to stop this flag from moving.
Go,
Penguin's
Renegade,
going to take the under route. He's going to be able to at least get behind
what
Renegade.
Is Frosty
look at
doing?
how slow Frosty wants to play this. Actually, no one being there is actually going to fool Frosty. No one able to really impact that flag run. They do get the return, but in the meantime, Snakebite secured the camo.
Penguin found a great angle right there to be able to stop that flag, and ultimately Frosty was a heads up and knew that there was no point in giving up his life there, so stays alive. Snakebite still was able to get away with the camouflage, but ends up over toward the mid-map. Not exactly where you want to be. Once again, SSG look to take control. Haven't quite found the flag just yet. Another round of slays is all that's needed.
Back and forth these two teams go. You have to think with 5 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock, it's going to one day become a factor here very shortly, especially if one team can get a cap on the board here in the late game. It's probably going to be the first to one, if not two, with any objective success right now. But we haven't really seen a realistic flag run outside of what I would say the Space Station Gaming one was minutes ago, and even that very well defended by Faze. A nice return, and what we really are looking for here is complete control of the map. Two go down for SSG, a flag on the move. And if Faze can get a couple more kills here, that would be massive for Snakebite.
And Snakebite able to repulse that flag right over towards his teammates, but he knows that the
Frosty
rest of
gets
SSG
two.
slowly started to move in position, so leaves that flag alone. Does excellent
Frosty
damage
gets
with the
three.
side, not only on one, but on multiple players. Doesn't quite find the kill on them, but
That
slows
might
them down
get
long enough
Faze
for
Clan
Frosty
some
to make
points.
it all the way across the 50 with that flag. Nobody from SSG is going to stop it. That flag's going in, the first one
Faze
on the
Clan
board, and it's Faze.
Gets a flag cap.
Snakebite, you madman.
Huge
That was
from
absolutely
Frosty.
incredible to get that flag run started, but better to have the awareness that it is not your job to continue that flag run, but to stay alive, get your shield back, get a couple of kills, and now Faze Clan have the lead.
Frosty not only getting the kill, but able to grapple that camouflage over.
No, he didn't. He grappled the repulsor.
It looks like Penguin. Did Penguin steal that camo
Yes,
right
he
before
did.
the grapple connected? I didn't even see it.
Well, Frosty missed the grapple on the camo, grappled a repulse, and in the meantime of trying to figure out what was going on, Penguin comes underneath, steals the camo for himself, and let's see what SSG can do with this camouflage now that Frosty has got to be baffled and confused.
Yeah, I feel like more importantly, not only did Penguin get the camouflage, but I don't think Faze saw him pop it, so they had no idea where he can be. And because of that, ends up taking down one, damage onto two, takes down yet another one, but three down for SSG. Faze should be able to recover.
Snakebite with a big double kill under a lot of pressure right there, able to release a lot of what would be the push from SSG, still having to deal with Stellar, and that's Frosty's job. He'll take it himself.
That one
Find
cap
Stellar
could be enough for
on
Faze
his
Clan,
streak,
but
able to take him down, and now
I
with
wouldn't
map
count
control
SSG
under
out
30,
yet.
under 3 minutes, I should say, Faze are able to play around this clock. I'd be surprised to see them be overly aggressive in any situation from here on out.
World 2 may have gone down, but he used that final bullet out of that
Flag
sniper.
on the move, though.
Snakebite follows through. Frosty's already in position to control the mid-map, ends up taking down Eco. That's gonna be a big kill for them.
Two
One
more
more
dead.
player's trailing, two more pushing up over towards the pistol side. Can SSG overextend fast enough?
They're not going to be able to get there. This is perfect textbook, scrappy, efficient Halo from Faze Clan. They got the first two kills. They get that flag on the move. I thought they played defensive. They're bringing it right to SSG. They're not comfortable with the one cap lead.
And not only that, but Faze were able to put SSG2 down and start yet another flag, which has been relayed here for Frosty. They're not happy with one. They're not happy with two. They're looking to put this out of reach.
Unfortunately, that flag might have been a little too greedy. Three go down for Faze. Snakebite is going to get good damage on the Penguin with the slow play here, but this is an opportunity. Hold up, all of a sudden, that flag run could be the mistake SSG needed from Faze, and all of a sudden, Penguin advancing this flag on the map. We saw this in the Sentinels versus Quadrant series earlier today. A double cap is possible, and right now, with two members down, Faze need to figure out a way to get control.
Not only were SSG able to capitalize on the counter pull, but also they're feeding off the energy from the crowd. There are a lot of Space Station Gaming fans in the crowd, and you're hearing the chants. Only down by one. A minute 19 seconds on the clock, and SSG tied it up.
For Faze Clan to try to push this to a map 4.
He's been so spectacular this entire year when he's found his way to the S7. Unfortunately, Frosty is going to be able to take him down. A good trade, however, from Brown leaves them with numbers advantage for now, but then Eco gets taken down. Bound tries to take the low route. He gets sniffed out by Renegade, and the 1v1 duo
close to that. How did he get a fucking beat down for that?
Trading lives there, but Like you said, every trade that happens on the board favors the team in the lead.
Good snipe by Snakebite.
Don't mess with the snake.
You'll get the fang. I've heard it a couple times now. I like that. I like that. That should be on a t-shirt someday.
37 seconds left.
Oh, another
And
good snipe.
He's still going.
Oh!
This is why
Now we're
he's
talking.
leading in KD. When he makes plays like that, he's hard to stop.
Best player in the game when he's on his A game, and he's going to need that for 3 straight games here in the Winners Bracket Finals. He brought it to game 3, though. How many plays have we called him out? Right now, 17 seconds and counting, focused on denying a flag touch, but he's got a lot of pressure on him. Needs to hit one.
Oh!
Does he do it?
8
Stellar,
seconds
goodbye,
to
good
touch a
night.
flag.
And this is going to a game 4 short, where you'd have to think, but Bound finds himself
Wait,
a double
Penguin's got
body
one.
under Renegade. That Snakebite
Penguin's
sniper
got the ball.
Bound is putting it to
Put him
use
into sudden
with
death.
3 of his own, and the flag on the move. The pie
They got
charts
him.
out, and the
They need to
Faze
return the
Clan
flag.
find a way to stop him before turning the corner. And Snakebite's
They return
gonna
the flag.
snipe
It's over.
Moments away from a game 4.
But it looks like Eco's going
Wait.
to follow through, and that
Wait.
flag does make it through the
It's
corridor,
not over
falling
yet.
towards the computer side. They do see members of Faze
Oh
start to move in
my
position,
God.
but nobody's quite there. Damage is
Oh,
out.
no.
Short,
Oh, they
nade
killed
is
him.
up. Just short. It's
Snakebite.
right there.
Stellar's gonna go for the touch. Snakebite
Oh,
can't hit it. And
no.
we have overtime in game 3. SSG.
Oh, my God.
have
FaZe
found a
choked.
way.
3 minutes back on the clock. Next cap is going to take it. We wanted to see a game 4,
Wow.
but SSG, they got different plans in mind.
Pound making the plays to take 3 down, keep that flag
What
on the
a
move,
cap.
and all the Space Station have an opportunity now with the crowd behind them.
Bounds got the camo,
Pound able to get away
but
with
Frosty
that
kills
camouflage,
him.
But it stopped short immediately. Both teams end up going 2 down. Stellar
Snakebite
gets away
gets
with
the flag cap.
with the sniper, but the
Gets
first
shot
flag
in the
pull
back
is
with
from
the sniper
Snakebite.
for it.
Faze, body shot does end up connecting. That should be a return. Eco has a flag of his own. World 2 sitting up high, but that body shot onto him will slow him down. Renegade coming off the spawn. It looks like Faze might be able to return this flag as well.
It's such an awkward situation. Both flags were actually out there, Tony. Both teams focusing on the defensive side to stop that flag. Stellar doing a phenomenal job.
Down, pulls
to hit
their
a lot of
flag.
these body shots, and right now Snakebite once again surrounded, is able to get a kill somehow in the 1v2.
And
to
Stellar
deny this
gets
flag
some
from
more
being
sniper
run.
ammo.
Stellar's gonna try and run
Gets
it
2
himself.
kills with the
Like a
with the
madman,
nade
he's able
and
to
the
trade it out. 3
snipe.
members were coming off respawn.
Eco
for Faze,
trying to
but
grab
they're
the
gonna spawn on
flag.
that side of the map. Unfortunately, Eco couldn't read the respawners, and with that, that flag is out. But one member
Penguin.
of Faze falls off, and this flag gets a touch.
And with Snakebite falling off the map, he cannot help but give the communication to the rest
saw
of his
that.
team as they have to fight
Oh,
for the
no.
return. Stellar
My
wins
God.
the most important
Snakebite's gotta
pivotal
win
battle
something
of
here.
this
He's gotta
game.
stop
that
him.
Flag is now moving
Here
forward.
it comes.
Faze are
This
2
should
down.
be the fight.
Spawn's coming in. It looks like Snakebite was able to take down Stellar. Can they get the return? Like you said, it's 3 down for SSG.
We're looking at Penguin, the last player alive. He looks like he's not going to make a play for this touch, I don't think. He knows multiple members are going to be over here, but
Wait,
as I say that, he flies out, gives up his life for maybe
Alright,
a
they
last
returned
chance effort. As that flag does get returned, but Space Station dumping every single body on that flag along the way. Tried as they might, they could not get the right amount of slays to get that flag in.
Bound doesn't taking height with the repulse, but it looks like World 2 able to bring
Eco
him
with
right
another
back down
camo.
to reality, but nobody counted for Eco. Active camouflage is in play. This could be a flag cap for SSG if they play it the right way.
I like this. He scavenges those plasma grenades, and now he's going to look to push in the window. A little bit of help from Penguin along the way. Penguin's able to get a kill. Eco finds a second. 2 down for Faze. Eco in your base with camo. This is where it could get ugly, because this is how dangerous the camo flag run can be. Forces the hands of Faze, and right now Renegade needs to make a play. Big shots, even
Huge
better
kill from
teamwork out of
Renegade.
Faze to stop this dead in its track.
Camouflage running out at the worst time there, so now the flag stopped right in front of the spawning players coming out of Faze, but hold on. 3 down for SSG. Penguin
He can
gonna
still
do
get the
everything
touch.
he can to try to keep this flag alive, but I'm not sure it's worth it. He's at a 1v2, and eventually the return does come out. Faze once again survived.
These flag runs from SSG are just so terrifying to try and deal with. There seems to always be one more player trying to get a touch. It almost seems like an act of desperation, but with how efficient they're able to get that touch and a kill with it, it keeps it alive for so long. It's got to have Faze on their last nerve.
So what happens if it does it go to another overtime?
On the clock here in overtime. If we don't see a flag cap, we will go into double overtime where it's one flag to take it. Still enough time for something to happen here. Snakebite obviously aware of it, a couple extra shots up to the first. Ends up putting damage onto Stellar, trusts his teammate to finish out that kill, and now the challenging bound runs into the damage coming in from that grenade, and the rest of Faze, that teamwork is working out. They're winning these engagements with Spacestation Gaming. That might convert to a flagpole.
With Snakebite playing like he is, 28, 11, and 20, but more importantly, just absolutely on fire with the snipe. You kind of want to see it in his hands, but as I say that, Frosty has found himself a snipe and made his way onto the kill feed with it. Camouflage is going to be up, and I do believe we just saw Snakebite grapple it to himself. So if we can hop on board with him, I'd love to be able to see what they're able to do with this new camo.
Snakebite and Renegade running in tandem at the moment.
Yep, they gotta
Snakebite
go.
is camouflaged out. One shot Eco onto the Mohawk side. Hopefully this grenade bounces off that wall. Eco stays alive, and it looks like because of that, Renegade and Snakebite not able to pull this flag. In fact, Stellar is coming in with the sniper, but Stellar ends up going down. 3 down, make it all 4 members down for SSG. This could be it.
One thing I want to say is Snakebite did not pick up that snipe that he took out from Stellar's hands. Is Stellar going to go back and have an opportunity to take Snakebite out with this snipe?
This might be it. The flag makes it over toward the snipe side. Over on the pedestal, he's gonna try to dive in, not able to make it. It's still out there. It still could be saved, but rolls you down to 1 shot. He's being
he got repulsed.
off the map. Sayonara, 3 down for Faze. This could be. This is bad. West, this is bad.
Penguin gets the return, can't get the flag out the window, but the play has been made. SSG coming off respawn, make this so doable. All of a sudden, a couple more kills.
SSG with a chance.
Eco in the base, a flag on the streets. Now eyes set on the prize, but he's got multiple players of Faze focused on not letting him advance this flag, and the pie chart's gonna run out. Unfortunately, maybe a blunder from them, but maybe the only blunder that they could afford.
Wow, Faze was literal inches from capping that flag.
First to the first cap.
What a game. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was it. The flag was right there, but that repost from Penguin, knocking him right off the map, it is crazy. Mind the gaps happened, but I mean, how big of a mind the gap medal was that?
And how frustrated are you if you're Faze? How perfect of a situation did that look like for everyone on Faze? The positioning, the slays, the flag on the move, everything going right. But somehow Penguin gets there. He stops the flag runner the first time. He repulses the second player off the map in Royal 2. And Penguin showing you exactly what he brings.
Yeah, they're gonna have to
away as far as kills are concerned.
Final, the winner of this makes flag cap
through the winners bracket.
Because in a normal game, that's just a tie.
Them for months now, a game 4 to a game.
Just a bit in order.
Honestly, that's a very fixable thing. For SSG, how scrappy they were, it was giving Faze a little bit of trouble, but Faze always had an answer.
We're almost
one seemed like a counter off of Faze's pulls.
Right,
if they can do it once again, maybe they can take the win, but be careful, because Faze only need 1 good 3 down, 1 good 4 down, and they can turn those tables.
Speaking of B, let's watch him. Stellar on your screen, the young lion himself, finding himself a body shot onto Frosty. And SSG start this one off with a little bit of momentum. Kills in their favor, and he's going to advance with this snipe to about the midway point. And this is where Stellar becomes dangerous.
World 2 versus Stellar with the sniper, but it looks like Penguin was able to take down World 2. So now Stellar momentarily having the only sniper on the map, but his teammates are quickly going down. That's going to force Stellar to reposition.
Good defense by Faze there. It was the first real push we've seen so far in this remade game. And Spacestation, they're going to have to come off respawn. They haven't been able to advance on the map, however, as Faze. And right now, they need to be careful, because Stellar with the snipe can once again just open the floodgates for the rest of SSG.
Just barely missing both of those shots, but eventually they start to connect. Snakebite catches the body shot from the S7. Bound off a screen was able to take down Renegade. So that's going to allow SSG to push up just a bit. Eco's already in the pistol side, trading out his life. And Stellar, he's just looking for the right angle.
Frosty and Stellar have snipes. What else could you ask for as fans? As Frosty pulls out his BR to find a kill in the kill feed. Right now, Stellar patiently playing his position. Not too involved with any of the action that's been going on. He's 1-0 right now, but eventually patience, it always pays off, and Stellar takes down Frosty.
You always tell me that Stellar is one of your favorite players to watch, and I see why, especially when he has that sniper, but only 2 bullets left. Can they convert this to a flagpole?
1 bullet to play around now, Stellar. It's about time we push up, and that's going to be the opening. Frosty, he gets taken out. It's a 3-3 split, and unfortunately, though, he's forced to try and run away. Snakebite's able to take him down. A 3-1-1 start, continuing the KD ratio streak for Snakebite as World 2 is able to grapple that camouflage to him. And Faze Clan with their power up and power weapon control, we saw that they were able to have so much success with this last time around. Let's see if that's the same case.
Like a boxing match, so far we've only seen jabs being thrown right now, but this camouflage, it can be the haymaker that they're looking for. Connects onto 1. Not quite enough. Momentary 3v3 scenario, and World 2, he's trying to get more value out of the active camo.
I'd like to see him be aggressive and push into the base, but as I say that, the camouflage runs out. He's spotted, he's taken down. Stellar, once again, just anchoring so well so far for SSG. FaZe cannot find an opening, even with the power up in their hands.
SSG have been able to slow this down to their pace. This is what they wanted to see, but with half the members of SSG on the black screen, they got to make something happen.
This man is playing like a snail right now. Slow as they come. But all it takes is a couple of players to get spotted by him, a couple of shots to get hit, and SSG will jump on their moment. There's Royal 2 to start, and that could be where Stellar advances past the halfway mark for the first time here in overtime, able to find a second kill. Frosty, he's going down.
Oh, this
and
could
if he
be
can
bad.
find Royal 2 on these back nades,
SSG
this flag
pushing
will be on the
in.
move shortly.
Momentary 4 down turns to a 3 down as they continue to apply the pressure here. Stellar can't quite find the kill onto Royal 2. He's gonna get removed to the removed off the map immediately. Bound is making his way onto the basement side, finds the 1-shot Renegade. You still see Spacestation Gaming applying pressure. They're still in the base of FaZe, but the battle's not done yet.
Snakebite with some big shots, followed up by Frosty to trade out what would be the Space Station members under their base. And right now, the teamwork for FaZe to flush out these SSG members of their base. Their defense stands strong once again, and a phenomenal job by FaZe that was under a lot of pressure with your winner's bracket on the line right there. They figured a way out of it.
We're still in double overtime, so it only takes 1 flag cap in order to make it through. SSG can advance to the grand finals with this win. We did see the active camouflage up. We do see both snipers up as well.
1 flag's all they
First one to
need.
get the kill onto SSG, a momentary advantage, but will it be enough?
World 2 trying to play his life over there. We're going to hop on board with Renegade, who's activated this most recent camouflage. He knows Bounce under his base with the snipe, so he's forced to go back and play defensive with this camo. And Renegade gives up his position right now. Kind of stuck out in the open, too. Needs to be careful. But they do take down
Royal
Bound. And
2's
even
got
more
the flag.
importantly, Royal 2 somehow still alive at the enemy base. Gets this flag all the way to high elbow. And that could be an opportunity for the follow-up
this
here.
could be trouble.
For Frosty and Renegade.
Frosty
Gonna follow
posted the
through and
flag.
toss that flag out. He knows that Eco is trailing, so he deals with Eco quickly. Even gets the second kill, so that's a double by Frosty. The third one almost goes down, but down to 1 shot. He goes.
They have the flag out.
Is still gonna be moved because of it. Frosty's falling off the map, but I'm not sure it's gonna matter. Snakebite gets it towards the base. No damage being taken.
Let's go.
And that's it.
FaZe
taking game 3.
gonna win in
Ourselves
double
a series,
overtime.
ladies and gentlemen.
Barely holding out and taking map number 3 from SSG. Beautiful game by the Faze Clan. Great game to push this map number 4. Looks like here's some maps and modes. We got Oddball Streets and then Slayer Live Fire. So Oddball is next with Faze Clan. Still only 1 map from losing. SSG needs this win and Oddball to move on, as we're almost out of time to skip. So we're gonna see how this map number 4 Streets plays out.
Championship Sunday Game 5. And we're going to decide if we get there here in 3 rounds of oddball on the streets.
I've been dying to say this. I've been dying to say it all tournament long.
Okay.
When you're looking for a fight, you take it to the streets, and that's exactly where we're going to potentially the final time. We're going to see Faze here in the winner's bracket final. Space Station still 1 game away from advancing forward.
Snakebite, Stellar, they traded out. Right now, the ball on the move, but even better, Eco finding himself rockets traded out. Trades across the board, but Penguin gonna try and find himself those rockets. Unfortunately, can't take himself out for Faze fans, but Penguin does such a good job to angle himself to where he will stay alive.
So
the ball
this
is going to
one,
be in Faze's
you have
favor.
to
No
hold
more
the
rockets
ball
to play around.
for 60
but no
seconds
oddballs acquired. It's the battle
to
for
win
map
the
control
round, and you
still
have to
goes
win 2
underway.
rounds.
Right as Penguin makes it over toward the purple side of the map, you do see his teammate go down as a cafe. So he's going to do as much damage as possible. Takes down
So
1,
Frosty's
takes
got the
down
ball,
2.
getting
Even
points
does
for
the
Faze
damage
Clan.
to the oddball. He was involved in
just
all
died.
4 of the kills that went back to back to back to back for SSG.
Putting his old teammate in the grave right there. Penguin wins a big one-on-one where Renegade had the advantage, had the first shot, and that is awarded Space Station. The first initial setup of this game is going to be a tram setup. And if we know anything about SSG, I have a strong memory here that they are very good at holding this setup if they can get the first couple of kills.
Ball back over toward the subway side, and it's Penguin that's being the gatekeeper
SSG
for anybody
the-
to make it through. Can't quite find the
getting the
melee.
initial time
Quickly
here.
shrouds out to
Made
get
the
out of that
majority of it.
situation,
Nice
but
try.
he is chased
That's 2 down
down,
for
and
Faze,
2
though.
kills go in favor of Faze.
Eco needs to make sure that this ball at least gets
Eco
played. He's
dropped
got
the
2
ball.
members, make it 3 against him
Clan
right now,
now.
and the last player alive is Bounds.
Should be
He's
getting
taken
some
out,
points.
and that ball is kept in the back of trim. You want to talk about playing the ball, Tony. You want to get that ball into a better location to compete for it coming off respawn, because now Faze will have that exact opportunity at a setup.
Every second worth of ball time that
kill from
goes
Snakebite.
in the favor of Faze
Eco
right
gets
now
2
is
though.
because
Eco gets
that ball
3.
wasn't played off, but 8 many
That's a
seconds
triple
remain.
kill from
Faze,
Eco.
3 hit the black screen, and SSG are already moving in position.
And we'll get a start from Eco Smith, 7-1-2, objective player of the tournament for a reason. Not only does he have his team's entire ball time right now outside of the 1 point from Bound, I'd say, but he's also leading them in slays by almost double. Eco landing his
Trying
mark
to
here
hold him off
in
from
game
getting
4.
the rockets.
Whew. Eco tried to get out of that situation, but the nades, rockets, and Stalker just too much for him to make
Royal
it
2,
out of
2
the
big
trash
kills.
side of the map, and because of that, Faze rotate that ball back over
Faze
to Subway.
should still be
Royal 2
getting
has
time.
that Stalker, so he said, hold on to this ball for me real quick. I got some damage to do.
Fair enough, Royal 2. Let's see what you can do. Let's hop on board with the Stalker rifle, as he is going to get 1 player weak. Unfortunately, these grenades are going to be so difficult to try and dodge. Multiple players from Faze backed into a corner, but they get their shield back here. They're surrounded by
Frosty
SSG. Unfortunately,
gets 1.
help doesn't appear to be on the way, as Faze are going to have to fight their way out of this
Space
one.
Station,
with
3
several
down.
players back Ivy. Royal 2 is able to find
Royal
1,
2,
but he
the
finds
only one
himself
alive,
by
trying to
himself.
hold off the
And
ball.
what does he do from here?
Oh,
SSG
almost
successfully
trades
able
out that
to
last
clear
one.
Faze out of the subway side. You do see
Space
some players
Station
starting to
getting
trickle
time
in right
again,
off a spawn.
grabbing
Faze
the
are
ball,
trying to
but
get
Renegade
into position
back
before
on their
SSG
heels.
complete their setup. But 1 player running right past
Frosty,
Eco.
wow.
Teamwork from Frosty and Snakebite.
What a
able to take
shot.
him down, and now with that Stellar forced to drop the ball, which were the back C side, they're going to have to fight.
Yep.
2 players still to
They
deal
dropped
with,
the
and
ball
Bounds
to
cuts
defend
off
it.
reinforcements and
Can he
Frosty
hold
right
off
there,
Royal
so it's a
2 with
2v3
the Sentinel
situation right
beam?
now. All 4 down for Faze,
Yep, that's
as they
4
get put
down.
on respawn across the map. SSG are able to keep this ball in hand and build up yet again another 20-point lead.
It's 44 to 26 in favor of Space Station Gaming, and they're still adding
comes
to
the
it. A
nades.
stray grenade might do more damage than Eco was expecting. He's gonna throw a couple of denial grenades back to try to deny access from Faze to taking him down. Bound is there. Rockets are coming up. Can SSG manage both?
Rockets are coming up. So difficult to try and acquire these rockets when you do have the ball in hand. So Eco's going to drop it. Snakebite able to trade a kill out, but that last rocket going to go into the hands of Renegade. But this ball time, Eco's been able to acquire the difference so far in this game. 42 seconds to his name, and a perfect rotation on the way.
When did Renegade go from Kobe Bryant to like Jason Kidd. Now you got the assist going right now. Only 1 kill to his name, but 9 assists to go along with it. Renegade switching up the roles just a bit with this Stalker. I can imagine a couple of kills that go in favor of himself. Taking down Penguin from across the map, gets himself that coveted wingman medal, and he's not done. Going after the former duo, he's putting damage onto everyone on the map.
So much damage. Can you clean it up? Can you continue to keep numbers in your advantage right now? That's the name of the game.
Almost
Trying
tying
to
it up.
All setup, and unfortunately,
But here comes Spacestation
from Renegade there, as he doesn't expect the
Drop the
player
ball
to be
to defend.
jumping up at him as a player is caught B stairs. And with that, that's going to ruin Faze's setup. But they've done such a good job to get this to just a 3-point game
down.
still for SSG.
This
Bound
ball
with the
try
third.
rotate over
It
to
looks
the
like
subway side.
Spacestation
Looks like they're
should
successfully able to do
get
that
some points
they
here.
squad white phase.
not
That's
60.
a
Maybe it's
complete
100.
setup now coming for Spacestation Gaming. A long rotation having to be made by Faze, and you see SSG already have reticles trained on the overextenders. This is big for them.
They know a player's back tower as well. They're trying to deal with him in the meantime. Look at this ball time being acquired. Penguin up to 30 seconds of his own, but more importantly, just about a 30-point lead. What was once 3, this setup has gotten 30 unanswered points now for SSG, leading the round, dictating the pace from the lead at all times. And right now, Faze need to figure out a way to string a couple of kills together and get this ball secured in order to get back in this first round.
Faze desperately needed those kills and desperately needed that play ball. Otherwise, SSG were going to end it here for round number 1. Minute 25 seconds on the clock. Both teams are going to be fighting for that control. Both teams go 2 down, but Bound finds Snakebite, puts a couple of shots in him, and he should be cleaned up. Bait and switch just too strong, but that ball resets.
What a perfect play by Bound to get involved when you're no shield, but to play your life and stay alive. Now he's being a thorn in the side of Faze Clan right now until he's taken out with that rocket. The second rocket doesn't do any damage from Royal 2 right there, and that is big because that double kill, although he does find it with the nade, would open up the map for a rotation into Tram, as we're seeing now.
Right,
big rotation out of Snakebite.
Looks like they're splitting up, though.
One player of SSG that can move into position.
But they're moving ball
and
into Tram here.
Snakebite quickly drops off that ball, grabs a hold of the Stalker, looks to put to work, but down to 1 shot. Royal 2 goes. SSG able to find the kills that they're looking for. Subway side is cleared, and that ball is staying here.
And what looked like should have been a potential setup to try and get this game back to a tied position, it's taken out fairly easily, fairly quickly. And SSG now, with 40 seconds on the clock, have a 20-point lead. They not only get to play from the lead of ball time, but the clock in their favor is another win condition on the board for the round 1.
And we've seen SSG do this time and time again. They put you between the shot clock and the scoreboard, especially here on streets, whether it's King of the Hill, whether it's Oddball, we've seen them do it. 3 down for Faze, 18 seconds left. We're gonna see them push that ball further over toward the subway side and make Faze's rotation even longer.
Nobody from Faze going to be able to get there. If you try, you got to go through Bound. And right now, that is not happening with 2 fresh respawners going down. Bound spots the last 2 players.
Round
the clock
of
will
oddball
hit
is going to
0.
go to Space Station.
And SSG showcased that their objective still strong as
Still
ever.
not over.
Take round 1, show you the difference between the first and the second best oddball team we have here on the circuit.
1 round away from making it into the grand finals phase. They need to respond, and so far the audience is not on their side.
SSG chants continue in the crowd right now. Rockets is the name of the game at the start of these street games, and Bound with the Stalker rifle in hand has the advantage, at least the DPS advantage, to try and acquire them. Unfortunately, not the man advantage this time around, as Frosty has been able to take down a couple of his teammates, fires a rocket, takes down Bound, the ball in Faze's hands, and finally, for the first time in this game 4, Faze will have the lead to play from.
This is the response you wanted to see out of Faze. Early ball control and rockets in hands. You see a 15-0 run, and SSG aren't even in position. Finally, the damage starts to come in for Frosty. We see Snakebite the first one to go down, but with the Stalker, he can change the tides quick. Goes right after Bound and still has 1 rocket to work with. Just barely missing that angle.
Yeah, I can't quite find the timing on Stellar, and Stellar's actually on the flank. A beautiful turn from Frosty, but a much-needed one. You want to be able to kill Stellar much quicker, because look at that. Stellar's damage is capitalized on because reinforcements have time to get there, and all of a sudden that rocket in your back pocket could have been used a little bit quicker in order to create some space and maybe a better opportunity for Faze, but instead keeps the game even.
Rocket in the back pocket wasn't enough to lock it down. Okay, I'll stop.
You see what I did there?
15-0 run here for Faze. Another rocket coming up real quick and bounds, able to make money moves over toward the ATM side. It's a big rotation with that ball. Even does damage before going down. SSG not going to be able to follow through with it. They actually were 3 members on the black streak.
Two still in the dark screen as the rotation of the ball for the first time in this game going to be back tower. I actually like this from Faze. Let's flex it out a little bit. Let's showcase multiple setups against the Space Station team. Keep that ball away from Tram. Space Station have proven they are the stronger Tram setup team so far. And as rockets come up, the Shroud gets put out. And SSG acquire that set of rockets. They put it to use. And once again, the setup for Faze gets broken. But you do have a 35-point lead to play around. But Renegade picks up potentially the biggest kill of this round so far. Takes down Stellar and plays his life fairly well.
The missed rock is going to turn into a couple of slays going in favor of Faze, but it's still SSG that are on the A side of the map, which is exactly where the ball's at. As we start to see some more frags coming in for SSG, we see them quickly moving into the ball, not allowing it to reset whatsoever, and now SSG getting into a full A-side setup.
You're looking for who gets the first pick here. Bound gonna hold on to the ball until he understands that multiple members are pushed up from Faze. It's gonna be Snakebite landing that first blood. It is traded out by Bound. A phenomenal job to drop the ball by him. He's gonna be able to grenade predictively. Renegade's gonna try and rush him, and with those few kills,
this could be bad. This is a
are
good
going to be
spot
able
to hold the ball.
Take away every bit of this lead. Faze have earned themselves a phenomenal play back to back here from Bound. The rotation, the ball time, the kills, playing perfectly here into his hands.
Gotta love the target prioritization here coming from Bound to be able to drop that ball, put in the damage, go right back to the ball play. It puts the 8 arcs of work. Finally, Bound, the first one to go down onto the PD side. Faze, they gotta follow through with it though. Penguin able to grab hold of that ball once again. Snakebite wants to do the damage just to stop this push, just to buy some time for the rest of Faze to push up, but he is not getting the help he's looking for. He is isolated and in between 3 members of Space Station Gaming. World 2 coming out of nowhere. Snakebite finally goes down, and finally here comes the cavalry.
This push gets broken because Snakebite had 3 players on him for so long. Right now you need to take down Stellar though. Frosty with a massive double kill on screen, trying to finish Eco, at least get some damage onto him, but somehow, some way, Faze still not able to get the right amount of trades in their favor to break this setup. So you brought the ball to this side of the map. SSG show you that they can play from anywhere as they continue to hold map control. Soon, the points will be in their favor as well.
Small lead
SSG
coming in for Faze, but it's still SSG that have that advantage, and it's SSG that find that ball once again. World 2 fires out the prediction rocket, does the damage onto Eco, but doesn't quite kill him. Gets the assist onto the A side, taking down Bound, so that's 2 quickly going down in favor of Faze. They can deal with the 3rd one. This could be a setup for Faze.
Got to find a way to take down Stellar now. Actually, 10 seconds ago, Stellar able to trade with Frosty, and because he's able to make something out of nothing, finds himself a double kill in a 1-on-3 situation. It was a great setup break once again from Faze, but reinforcements once again here for SSG,
kill.
And they're in the name of Bound. They've taken the lead here. They have map control in their favor, and with this red gun, Bound can go to work.
3 down for Faze. SSG continue to find the kills that they are looking for, and with that, they take a lead. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. Time is winding down, and because of that, you see Faze start to get aggressive onto the A side, but SSG, they strike right back.
I want to see Faze be able to get some kind of a map control, but so far, this is all SSG trading just 1 extra player in their favor every single time. It's why they've been able to come back. It was 37 to like 1 at one point. Now it's 46-37. Ever since Faze have been playing retake, they have not been able to officially get all 4 members down of SSG.
Just 9 seconds worth of ball time between these 2 juggernauts and 51 seconds on the clock. Faze do find that ball, but Penguin finds himself a perfect kill. 2 more members of Faze right in front of him, so he's in a high tail.
46,
right
46.
out of here, they need to play for the Rockets.
World 2 coming off respawn might have an angle on this Rocket player. Unfortunately, he's going to turn the corner, and 2 kills go in their favor. Maybe make it 3 as Penguin still hasn't used a rocket, uses both, but the double kill will come through. 4 down for Faze, and SSG with the setup and 42 seconds on the clock will force everything out of Faze to try and get this round win.
Faze need to make something happen, otherwise it's gonna be SSG that go to the grand finals. Time is winding down once again. You see multiple members of Faze start to move in position, but both members make sense of the kill feed. Eco goes down. That's exactly what Faze is looking for.
This is it. Can you get the last kill that's caution? Can you get the ball and find a way to get the lead? 19 seconds on the clock, and you need some kills. Royal 2 goes down, Stellar as well. So it's a 3-on-3 situation. I love the rotation from Snakebite, but even more work to do as he gets 5 points within the lead.
He wants to pass that ball toward the purple side, but Renegade is in an individual gunfight, able to win it onto his former teammate. War 2 follows through, and here we go. Snakebite taking down Stellar, putting him in a blender. That puts Spacestation Gaming 4 down, in which is a few seconds left. It looks like we have a tied-up game, and we're going to round 3.
Oh my God, Snakebite does it again. 4 perfect shots. No shield, no problem. Position perfect, the rotation. Name a better player to ever do it. I'll wait.
I promise you, if Faze win this some way, somehow, I'm voting Snakebite for MVP. He's been phenomenal all tournament long, but even all series long here in the winners bracket finals.
Round 3. Do we see a game 5? Let's see who's gonna tell us the answers here. Frosty with 31, Royal 2 30, Bound has 30 of his own. But right now, the Slays favor Faze Clan minorly as Renegade's found himself the rockets and the ball is in their hands. This is where Faze will get momentum.
They said you want answers, but if the question is, can Faze bounce back? Can Faze bring a different energy? Apparently the answer is yes. Then they start off with the early lead to Faze, but finally the rocket player in Renegade goes down. We still have a couple members of Faze to deal with, but SSG are already here, and the interception!
Penguin with the catch. 3 go down for Faze. The setup broken, but more importantly, the denial of the play ball. Penguin shows you he's got a little bit up his sleeve as well.
I can't believe that not only Penguin get that kill, but stretches his arm back like Odell Beckham to snatch that ball out of the sky, making sure there was no play ball whatsoever coming out of Faze, and now they're going to follow up through it. That's a big shotgun kill coming out of Bound. Now continues to apply pressure onto Renegade, who has nowhere to go. Frosty's down to 1 shot. He's going to have to back down as well. Look at all of that time and control coming in from SSG from that one play.
A 1-point lead for SSG, but Bound looking to go on a rampage right now with this Bulldog. He's finally taken down. And as I say that, Faze look like they're going to have numbers advantage towards this off ball. Royal 2 with ball in hand, going to start to extend the lead. Does the stick come through? Phenomenal trade there from Renegade to keep his team rolling in the lead.
Faze once again taking that lead and taking control, but Royal 2 biting off a bit more than he can chew. It looks like Snakebite, watching that angle like a rook on the chessboard, was able to follow up and grab Rockets because of it. Rockets onto the purple side. Stellar may have the ball, but it looks like Snakebite is infiltrating. Down to 1 shot. Snakebite has to stay alive.
1 rocket to play around. There's a player behind him as well, and unfortunately, although Faze Clan are able to get the rockets, the flank is perfect for Miko. They negate that rocket story with that power curve that would have been Faze's opportunity to blow this round wide open. And with a couple more kills over here towards the cafe, Eco can get his team a setup and right back in this.
Excellent grenade by Frosty, but it looks like 2 members of SSG, which is too much for him to deal with. The rest of Faze are starting to cheek away, trying to chip away at the damage and the shields of SSG, but no kills yet. As I say that, back-to-back kills go for Faze. It looks like they're able to put them 3 down to Faze, and it looks like Royal 2 takes down the 4th one. That should be some good ball time for Faze Clan.
Frosty trying to get it away from Bound and does a good job to get into a position where when Bound goes for it, he gets instantly native. Look at the util use out of Faze right there. The drop wall, the spike grenades, the grenade placement onto Bound, everything going in their favor right now. Spacestation just want to shoot their guns, but unfortunately the utility, the equipment just coming out on the side of FaZe right now. They have been able to get a few kills in their favor and acquire this ball since
Still
then.
a close
and Penguin
match.
looks to tie this one up.
Sometimes it's not just about playing the objective, about using it as bait, and they were able to do just that. But since then, SSG do have a setup. Bound taking down one, but Snakebite comes right back in. Spacestation Gaming doing a great job of chasing FaZe out of the A side. Finally, they find that ball once again. FaZe just distracted them, trying to hold them off and keep that ball out of their hands.
SSG are going to take the lead. Bound spotted in PD as well. Snakebite trying to get a shield back and get a successful push. They had numbers momentarily, but now squad spawns are going to give SSG the opportunity to have a 4-on-4. Unfortunately, Snakebite, with the use of
Almost
the
a
Shroud,
tie
is able to
game.
get out of dodge with rockets.
Snakebite's
and now
got
this
the
4-on-4
rockets.
going to be a little difficult for SSG to try to hold.
If numbers are even and you have the rockets, that gives you a big advantage, and you see it right then. Takes down
Double
Bound.
kill.
Let's get a little 180 onto Eco. The ball
Ball just got
forcibly resetting,
Reset.
but FaZe are spawning right up on the purple side of the map.
That's okay. They have shotgun control. They're going to immediately grab it, and with the last two players alive for SSG, they stay alive. But unfortunately, an overextension from Snakebite is going to ruin this setup opportunity. It's difficult to hold the ball shotgun side of the map, and that's the open floodgates of SSG. It is 3 down for SSG, however. Great job trading it out from that disadvantageous position. But right now, Bound, last player alive, just tries to put the ball anywhere where his team can compete, and that's Eco's answer to try and deny space for Faze Clan.
SSG doing a great job of applying pressure onto FaZe and keeping them moving and not allowing them to set up. Before you get that setup locked in, you gotta keep the pressure on. That's exactly what SSG were doing at the moment here, and that's the reason why they have a setup of their own. Now, FaZe right through the PD side. Snakebite trades out his life, and now World 2 has to stay alive in PD.
Both the first 2 rounds go down to time. Right now with 1:40 on the clock, just about both teams over the 15-point mark, but as each kill and point becomes more crucial to whether or not this series gets extended, I would
again.
expect that clock to become a factor.
No one's touched it in a
Bound
hot
trying to put
minute.
his 43rd kill on the board. Problem is, you ran into a demon, and Renegade taking down his former duo, passing that ball off. He has some damage to
Oh!
Perfect shots onto Eco,
The
and
dub!
comes in for the double. Renegade. The demon strikes back once again.
2 big kills, the ball being rotated, but Bound shuts it down. Last player alive is Frosty, trying to deny Bound from getting onto this oddball right now. Bound wanting
Rockets
to
are
take
up,
down
and it
Frosty
looks like
and get this ball back
Spacestation
in
have
the
'em.
tram. We've seen how much success SSG can have with it here. And in the meantime, Eco's found himself some rockets. This is exactly how SSG in this series with this setup.
Rockets and ball over with the subway side, and
Ooh,
Frosty
missed that.
just barely avoiding that
But he
rocket,
gets
but
killed.
still there to take him down. World 2 tries to take height.
Missed
That
both
rocket
rockets.
going all the way down to the mid-map. Definitely did not hit its target.
A bucket rocket could cost you the game and maybe the series as we go to potentially look towards a game 5. 10 points separate the two. 50 seconds on the clock right now, but FaZe in a commanding position on the map. Look to be aggressive.
No,
Renegade maybe
no.
too
They just gotta
aggressive.
take 'em down.
Overextends. Doesn't expect Penguin to be there to help his teammate
But
out.
Frosty's
And
looking
because
like
they're
they're
able to trade
rotating
that
the
out
ball
in their
out.
favor, this ball becomes neutralized. And once again,
Nope.
FaZe will have to break the tram setup of SSG.
This is a critical point in the game with, like you said, a little over 30 seconds on the clock and the timer being so close to each other as far as the scoreboard. This
They
next
come.
engagement could decide it. Penguin taking a lot more damage than expected. Ball does end up being played, but FaZe are surrounding that ball. SSG nowhere to be found.
22 seconds on the clock. Do you play time? Do you try to get a few
Go for
more
it.
points? It looks like FaZe Clan have opted to try and get these last 15 points. Ball in hand, one last push, 2 go down already for SSG, and Bound wants to make a
Could
play.
spell map
The kill on the
5.
Renegade's a great start for
FaZe
Frosty.
Clan,
You trade him out.
6
at
seconds.
95 and climbing, 3 seconds away, and we're going to a game 5.
Game
We
5.
are going to a game 5 here in your winners bracket.
Wow. FaZe Clan with the comeback of the century. We're just going to have to go live here and hope that we're not too far behind. Let's check.
The series here in reverse
Nice little
sweep
trophy.
fashion. You saw that trophy on the screen. That's what both of these teams are playing for. I said it before.
I believe it's a live fire slayer to decide it. Game number 5. to see who's going to move on to the grand finals of the Halo Championship Series and who's going to go on to face Quadrant in the losers finals. Let's check it out.
Yeah, but man, does this advantage give you so much. And you can see the map loading up, Tony. Get me ready for a Game 5. Get everybody in this stadium for a Game 5.
Arlington, let me know who's gonna win. Will it be FaZe? Will it be SSG? Let's hear the chants. I heard a little SSG. I heard mostly SSG on that one. I didn't hear much of FaZe.
You guys are lucky we got to restart the lobby. Tony, run it back one more time if you're brave enough.
All right, let's try it one more time. I need to hear some chants. Who's winning this? Is it Space Station Gaming or is it FaZe? Did I hear Quadrant?
That's an SSG chant if I've ever heard one, Tony, and I think we've made it very clear that this crowd wants to see the young superstar Inbound do what he has not done yet in his career, and that is going through the winner's bracket to the grand finals to potentially lift that trophy. We know one day he will lift, but it's today that day. This game means almost everything to the right path to that direction. So will we see it? It's gonna be live fire Team Slayer.
They got snipers spawning up to the mid-map right away. Obviously, Overshield is going to play a factor here on the map, but that's on a bit of a delay, so you have so much time to get the slays you're looking for, to get control before that Overshield comes up. And if you manage to get both, it's going to be dangerous for the opposition.
Name of the game is power-ups, power weapons, right? Overshield, S7, you
All
know
right,
what
who's punching their
these
tickets
kids
to
can
the
do
grand
with it when
finals?
it's in their hands. It's just a matter of
Let's find out.
who's got it in their hands right now. Everybody on the map can pop off with it, and as we're kicking this one off, let's hop on board with World 2 and hope he makes some magic happen early on.
World 2 immediately playing from the pillar side over toward the bottom mid, but a stray grenade is going to change his course just a bit. And Snakebite taking a bit of damage as well, but somehow the duo able to take on two players that are chasing them down. Renegade goes after another. Penguin chases down Renegade, and somehow we already have a fight to begin the game.
Penguin with the snipe needs to try and deny Overshield right now. Multiple members of FaZe are towards it, and they're going to have the advantage in positioning right now, though. Frosty's going to be coming off respawn. Nobody brave enough to go for that Overshield, and Penguin now with Aim's sight on the Overshield. Woo. Able to find a kill under Renegade, denied his Overshield, and this is a massive play by Penguin to get his team started in the right direction.
Frosty does find a kill onto Penguin, and that means that S7 sniper will change hands. Bound somehow emerges through all the chaos with that Overshield and right up to the top mid side. A little bit of damage coming out from World 2 and FaZe, but it's not going to be enough to slow down Bound. He's with Eco. They're already pushing up, but what a flank and a save.
Wow.
Big plays being
Renegade,
made.
huge 2 kills.
It's the Bash Bros bottom mid, Royal 2, Renegade. They find a way to win the 2-on-2 against the Overshield player, and with that, FaZe take the lead 11-8.
Just a small lead for FaZe, but not going to be much. Now starting to grow. World 2 takes down Bound. Another Overshield should be coming up in about 10 seconds here. We see 3 members of SSG over toward the seaside. Renegade wants to try to get behind enemy lines. It looks like he's going to try to make his move right now. If this flank works out for them, FaZe should be able to grab OS.
As Overshield comes up, Renegade pops it into his chest. And under one of the biggest moments with the brightest lights, I want to hop into another listen in with FaZe and see how they play with this power-up.
Could be.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna
No,
run it.
I saw like 30.
Oh, yeah,
Careful, John, back up.
Alright, sorry,
You're good.
Let me get the repulsor. Yo, one's cuts. Yo, pivot.
We're okay. I'm like stuck here. Okay, you can come back. Okay. Do I want to keep it B though?
We can do whatever we want. We can literally do
Let's snipe at 20.
Snipe at 20 is fine. I'm gonna get pistol.
Yo, listen.
I heard a combo. He's probably bottom mid or vent.
Yo, listen to me.
Yo,
Double nading
look
vent.
at me, guys. I'm in a really good spot, right? Might be bottom mid.
Yo, listen to me. When Sniper's about to come up, we are hitting cuts. Matt, come to me now.
You want me to go T-Brad or no?
Go screens. Or Peter, just get ready to chop on mid.
Snipe in 5.
Come cuts.
Top tower, dummies, and we're going to come in. They're shotting me off, guys.
Win it.
It's cuts in 2 T-pot. I'm looking, guys. Give me a sec. Give me 1 second. Top tower. Where am I? Where?
I see dummies. Yeah, cut Snipe, ready. Yo, John, go to Peter. Get
Top tower.
Spawn mid sniping up.
Oh, he's one shot top tower. We're dying.
We're in the cuts, BD, to chase you dummies. Yo, we got
somewhere on tower.
They have heat wave.
Listen, force on the push.
They have everything. And it's coming up soon. They have all weapons.
Yeah, we got.
You guys want to go triple big?
OV in 30.
If we're gonna triple big, we should go soon. But we could honestly just show. We can, but they have sniper heat wave. I don't.
Yo, listen. I'm down for you guys to triple flank right now. I'm down. I'll just hold them off.
Clear back B right away.
Alright, OV in 15, guys. OV in 15.
Oh, you guys want to walk pillars? You guys want to?
Yo, one's dummies.
Yo, guys. I want to flank this.
Top tower.
Yeah, I want to flank this. John, I'm coming behind. Hey, he sees me. Alright, yo, let's cut back A flat.
They do have heat wave and snipe.
Yo, two cuts.
OV up.
Alright, yeah, they're gonna. You got it. Yeah, we can back up here.
We try to play for cop. No, we can't play.
Oh,
Four tunnel.
yeah.
I'm just gonna ride A.
You should just play extremely tight.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride A.
Yeah, I have repulsor. You see nothing, B?
Yeah, okay, they're gonna try to set up push.
Yo, they like to bottom mid.
I'm here. Yeah, I'm gonna play close. You guys play a little far back. I have close. I'm gonna repulse them.
They heard the communication coming out of Faze. It got a bit chaotic at time, but they were able to pull it together, but not enough. Grab that overshield. Penguin over toward the sandbag side. Stellar with him. They want to work a little 1-2 combo, but they don't want to play the A side.
Faze only
they
up by
want to wrap
1
right
kill.
back to tower.
Couple of things from the listening. I really like how they're willing to make a play call and potentially take a risk, but like live and die by that risk, right? I also love what we saw out of SSG. From the perspective of FaZe, it had to have been so frustrating to try and figure out a way to break the SSG map control as that overshield was coming up. They were not able to do it, and SSG perfectly shot out that overshield and have now made this a 1-kill game.
Normally, Live Fire does not play this slow. Both teams have slowed down to a snail's pace at the moment. It's so quiet on the map. You can drop a pin, it'll echo across the map, so you hear the chants. Listen, I hear some more SSG. I'm telling you, the crowd, they on SSG's side.
The chants in a stalemate, they create so much tension for the players. You know they hear it, and as that tension continues to build, the moment becomes bigger. Who will step up and make the game-changing play right now? We're on screen with Bound, S7 in hand, down 1. But if you give him an opportunity to put either one of these 2 bullets to use, this game could be in their favor.
No matter how slow both of these teams want to play, Overshield and Sniper will always bring you out of your location. So Bound with this Sniper still has 1 bullet left. He wants to defend the Overshield, but the Shroud comes out. Stellar might have been the first one to grab it, gets repulsed back, but is able to pop it off. Now Stellar looking to pop off with the popped off Overshield. Nades are going down. He has 2 members in front of him. There's the damage. There's the kills. Finally, they take him down, but it's not enough.
It's a tied game all of a sudden, 17-17. Snipe still up. And you see SSG grab it, run away with it. They've been enjoying the presence of the tower control for quite a bit of time now. They award themselves that second overshield, and because of it, nearly dissecting how FaZe want to try and implement their strategy from Big Door. And right now, Penguin, with the weight of the world on his shoulders, needs to make a play with Snipe.
Not only able to grab a hold of that overshield and put it to work like you mentioned, but also this Sniper still has 8 bullets in the chamber right now. This could be exactly what SSG are looking, not only to take the lead, but also to put some separation in the scoreboard between them and FaZe.
Penguin did not to miss those shots. Definitely not under the biggest moments. So this is something uncharacteristic. A couple of missed shots, needs to find one to find some confidence. Will Faze Clan give him that opportunity?
3 members of FaZe, they're pushing it up mud. It looks like Frosty gets knocked right back down over toward the mud side, and finally Penguin gets into the action, but can't find the kill that he was looking for. Renegade takes him down. 2 members of SSG hit the black screen, Bound having to take height, but that damage and that repulse, that's gonna knock you right back down to reality.
How perfect was that setup break
Few
from
kills,
FaZe? They've
few
been
good kills from
struggling
FaZe
this
Clan.
entire time, taking down these
Three-
players, but
three-kill
because
lead.
Penguin does not
Royal
hit
2, 11
any
and
of the
4.
shots with the snipe, FaZe are able to get that snipe out of his hand, take tower control, and as Overshield comes up in 10 seconds, it will be their turn to use the Shroud and gain this Overshield in their advantage.
You see Renegade and Snakebite addressing the Overshield over toward the seaside, but 4 members of SSG moving into position. The
Stellar
Shroud gets put down, but it looks like SSG might have been able to get away with the OS, and now Bound is putting right back into action. Penguin is moving into position
Got
as well.
Overshield.
This
He
is
gets
bad,
stuck.
but the stick comes out of nowhere.
Renegade sticks Penguin on the tippy toe of his big foot.
Oh,
Big
wow.
toe.
Right
And
by
they
the hair of his chin.
Yep, and they cancel that Overshield out completely, and that is a massive power swing from FaZe. The largest lead of the game now is up to 3.
Killing spree by Wall 2, but he's going to be shut down. And with that, Stellar sneaks away with just 2 bullets left of his sniper. Right as Sniper's coming up in about 20 seconds here. So now they're diverting the troops over toward the B side.
Only
Stellar going to try
3-point
to catch
lead
an
for
angle
FaZe.
down. Does end up going
Oh,
down, but
now even
Wall
less.
2 gets peeled.
2 points.
2-kill game. Stellar with snipe in hand, exactly who you want with it right now. Spot Snakebite can't hit the quick scope, and that snipe now out of ammo. Stellar's gonna look to be on the prowl. He's gonna be aggressive, trying to take Snakebite down, does just that, and gets away with his life. A
Tie game.
27-27 game, and as we take a step back for just a moment, Royal 2
They're
is
pushing hard.
14-1-6.
He may be, but Frosty right now, he's dining in Olive Garden. Only 1 kill. Bread sticking just a little bit at the moment here. You can only imagine that once Frosty starts to pick it up, maybe FaZe can take back that control. It's game 5, do or die. One of these teams are going to the grand final.
The teamwork from FaZe is too strong here. That was a tough push to try and execute from SSG. They get punished, and this lead that was once tied 27-all is 32-28 in favor of FaZe.
We see another battle about to ensue here for the Overshield. Renegade finding a cheeky angle here. If that connected, that could have been devastating for Spacestation Gaming, and Bound trying to capitalize on that damage, decides to get aggressive. Does he know there's multiple members of FaZe that are baiting the OS?
Renegade needs to find a couple of shots here. Overshield is up. The body shot comes through. Everybody on SSG is surrounding scoreboard right now. The Overshield goes into Bound's hands of all people, and he's able to find a kill. The kills do get traded out, so this Overshield is going to be by himself. With that, though, he's able to find a kill to keep this at a 4-kill game. But a phenomenal job of FaZe to find the other members of SSG to acquire those kills before Bound could get really active with that Overshield. And
Only
because
14
of it,
points
FaZe keep their lead
to
strong
close
at 5.
it out.
Back to a 5-kill game here for FaZe, and Bound started to move in position with the sniper. Finds the body shot, which is just enough to take down Renegade onto the green side. Wall 2 still back there, but something tells me SSG aren't aware of it. There we go. They find him. Bound gets the back smack, and with that, took total control here for Spacestation Gaming as they look to tie things up.
Looking to push the momentum, looking to push the pace. Bound, what he
34 to
does best.
36.
He pressure spawns 36-34.
18
a minute
kills for
left
Royal
on
2.
the clock. Space Station are in control of the map, but have to find a way to tie this game up.
Bound can immediately take height with that repulse, and you have 3 members of SSG here, but nobody from FaZe. Actually see the rotation now coming toward dummies and cuts. Hold on. Looks like FaZe gonna back down.
40 seconds and counting.
They're gonna play it slow.
SSG.
They're gonna make SSG push
knock,
them.
Knock, knock. The play is here. Can
They're
you
all
make it?
stacked. Yep.
Renegade finds
Renegade
one in the
gets
kill
one.
feed. Bound rotates to
Look
tower.
at
but as
look
he
how
does
FaZe
that,
is stacked in there.
he's only giving more space and time to FaZe right now. Eventually,
It's a
you
good
have
play.
to go.
They're turtling up kinda, but Penguin
Just
does get
2
one.
kills separating these 2.
But Frosty and
Spacestation
Snakebite get
Gaming needs
2.
to make something
That's
happen,
pretty
but
much
it's
it.
not coming back
They
to
need a full
back
4
kills.
down.
Going for FaZe here. SSG, they have to extend. Snakebite finds the kill onto Penguin. Bound and gets the double kill, but
FaZe
it's
Clan,
not gonna be
the
enough.
reverse sweep
FaZe are going to the grand
to
finals.
go to the grand finals. What a great game. As the Space Station take the first 2. Look at Royal 1 telling them, you choked. They choked. But FaZe Clan able to show their grit against Space Station Gaming as they are going to go to the grand finals. I believe Space Station's going to go down to play Quadrant, and then the winner of that will come back to play FaZe Clan. So some good Halo games still to be played here today. stick around to the channel for all of them coming up right now.